Hi, this is Light of the Lantern Tarot. Welcome, or welcome back if you've already been with me. Today's reading is Pisces season is upon us. What does water want to communicate to you about your life in this period? I've drawn 3 cards and 3 stones. Reading 1, reading 2, and reading 3. The first card is Reflections of Time. The second card is Between Worlds. And the third card is Hold the Light. I've paired the lapis lazuli with the Reflections of Time card. Opalite with the Between Worlds card. And the clear quartz with the Hold the Light card. I'll also draw 4 zodiac signs if you prefer to choose your card according to your zodiac sign, sun, moon, or rising. For the first card we have Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, and Scorpio. For the second card we have Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Sagittarius. And for the third card we have Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, and Cancer. So please choose your reading according to whichever card resonates most with you, whether it be aesthetically or energetically, or if you prefer to choose your pile according to your zodiac sign or the stone that I've paired with the card. And the timestamps are below. You can go straight to your reading. See you there. Hi, card choice number 1. Today's reading is about the fact that Pisces season is upon us and what does water want to communicate to you about your life in this period. You've chosen the Reflections of Time card. And on this card, the key words are surrender, cycles of change, unearthing, and lessons. I wanted to read a little bit about this card because this deck is the Dreamgate Oracle by Danielle Noel, and she has the most excellent books that go along with her beautiful decks, so I thought it might be helpful to read a little bit. So, Reflections of Time. I move toward my light. I surrender to the great mysteries of life. The message. The Atlantean Temple, which we can see very vaguely here, is a reminder of the preciousness of time and the reality that everything can shift. Life is always in a state of motion and change. Endings are inevitable harbingers of new beginnings. This key teaches us that what we send out into the universe will eventually return as a vibrational match to what we emit and express. There is a magnetism to this force that may feel like creative power or impending fate, depending on how we approach it. Are we open or are we resisting the flow of life? What deep revelations do we carry with us? And then it goes on to say, if you're experiencing a period of anguish or stress, rest assured that time will move into a more positive direction. You may need to surrender control somehow and trust that there is more to be learned through this phase. Discoveries are now coming your way as you act with newfound precision. This may be a critical turning point and an invitation to take inventory of how you are creating harmony, both inside and out. Perhaps there is a healing or forgiveness that needs some attention. A lived pattern that seems to be on repeat, or something urgent that is tugging at your heart. Take heed of these precious threads of your story as they are always reinforcing a certain direction. They are here to help shed light into the abyss so that you can find your way home with more ease and grace. So that's really beautiful. This is really a time when things are changing. All life around us is shifting. And we're unearthing both memories of our past in this lifetime and possibly also other lifetimes. And we're learning from them. And we're taking that information to find our way forward, basically. So it's an incredibly powerful time. And the water element can help us because it's really all about flow. So surrendering and then going with the flow as much as possible, or following our intuition in a gentle way. I've paired the card with the lapis lazuli. And lapis lazuli is a beautiful stone. It enhances self-awareness. It stimulates intellectual ability and aids in emotional, physical, and spiritual healing. And it's connected to the third eye and throat chakras. So that's beautiful. I'd like to draw some more cards and see what other messages come about. Spirit, can I have a card from this deck, please? One card, please. Maybe that was our card. Felt like it. One from this deck. Okay. This card. I'd like to get one of these. Okay, this is our card. One of these. Okay, this one. One of these. This one here. Okay, let's see what we have. Be the best version of yourself and start today. Okay, then we have full moon in Libra, find a balance. Then we have Shunjite, detox your life. Seashell whispers, harness the increasing energy and momentum of the waxing gibbous moon to refine your plans and move forward with confidence. And then we have water, the overflow. The being in the picture has many hands. Yet, water falls through her fingers. It blesses her in the moments it touches her radiant skin and continues on its journey. Her heart is also overflowing with love. Her eyes are filled with tears. She gracefully allows what comes through to move her without control. Aligned with purpose, she is overjoyed to give from this limitless place, and she radiates so much light into the world. Give more from a place of overflow than obligation. Even when we think we have nothing to give, coming from a mindset of overflow creates more of what we truly want, of what we want. Wonderful. So let's look at these first, and then I have two other little cards that I would like to draw. Okay, so our first message was one of surrender and unearthing truths about ourselves from deep within, and using these to learn lessons so that we can understand how to move forward in our life in this period and how to be the best version of ourselves. We're also seeing that with the full moon in Libra, find a balance. So it could be that you're feeling a little bit off kilter lately, possibly focusing too much on certain areas of your life and not on others. So that's a good reminder to try and keep things in balance. Detox your life. This could speak to this the same thing more or less, in the sense that it could be that you're focusing a lot on a relationship, or you're focusing a lot on work and you're letting your health go, for instance. Detoxing your life could speak to finding new ways to eat healthy or exercise or take time to rest and regroup, meditate. It could also be about your vibration. It could be that detoxing would mean drawing awareness to the fact that you feel down and closed instead of open, loving, and high vibrational. The seashell whispers, harness the increasing energy and momentum to refine your plans and move forward with confidence. So there's a definite need for an awareness of what's happening around you as well, and finding a way to understand what it is that you truly want in order to move forward and to focus on that. And the overflow message was really interesting. Give more from a place of overflow than obligation. And it's about telling yourself that you have so much to give in life, that life is supporting you, and you are coming from an open-hearted state. And with this, you're creating more space to magnetize positive opportunities and more of what you want. So more that would help you, more that would help you move forward with ease. I'm going to drink some water because my throat is quite dry today. That could be part of your message. Maybe your body's upgrading right now and your throat chakra is realigning itself so that you can express yourself with greater ease. Anyway, I'm going to draw two of these beautiful little cards, also from Danielle Noel. This is the Ocean Dreams Oracle. Okay, we have Restful Pause and Astral Waters. Let's quickly look in the guidebook and just read a few lines just to make sure that we understand. Restful Pause is quite self-explanatory, I think, but let me just have a look here so I don't miss anything important. Okay. I am not confined by time. I can return to myself at any moment. In stillness, I find clarity. Rest is sacred. I honor my need to pause and restore. Okay, that's wonderful. And then Astral Waters. Goddess energy, sacred temple, reclaiming the divine feminine. I am expansive. I am holy. I am blooming into my essence. That's interesting. Let me read a little bit more here. How can I nurture the sacred temple of my vessel? Okay, so it's speaking of the body as well. And here we had detox your body. So that's interesting. Let's read on. Many of us have been led to believe that our sexuality is to be hidden or repressed, and historically the divine feminine has been vilified and controlled. However, as humans, love is the deepest essence of who we are, and our sensuality is but one bridge to our highest embodiment. As a holy vessel, you are an expression of beauty and spirit in human form. Okay, that's really beautiful. It's definitely speaking to the importance of having a good connection with our body and allowing our true essence to express itself through our physical vessel. And so the message today is it's quite all-encompassing, but I'm getting that it's about surrender, realizing that life is cyclical, and realizing that your life is turning right now in a new direction, and to try and find a balance in your life and detox your life as well. Also to have an awareness of your physical body, that's really important. Yeah, and to stay in a positive mindset of overflow, which creates more abundance in our life just by having us be receptive. And this is all really in tune with the element of water, who is giving us this message, which is a feminine element. And it is all about flow. And it's also very connected to the moon, because the moon directs the tides and whatnot. And so the moon is also feminine energy, of course. And so here, flow, self-respect, surrender, these are all things that we can do to help create ease in our life at the moment, especially in this period in Pisces season. I'm going to draw some tarot cards to try and get some more information about our message. This one just jumped right out, and that's amazing. Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, I mean, how perfect can it be? That's exactly what we were just talking about. Okay, let's get 3 more. Just that one wanted to jump out. Okay, let's take this one. See, this one, and this one. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, next we have the Magician. Wonderful. We have the Messenger of Fire, that's the Page of Wands. And we have Justice. Okay, so the Queen of Water is self-explanatory. We're talking about the feminine elements here, and she is the epitome of feminine energy. She is a strong and dedicated and very compassionate leader. She's very receptive, and here we can see her with her eyes closed, which indicates she also has a strong connection to her intuition. And so she's trusting messages that she's getting from within, and less so with her real eyesight in this depiction. Then we have the Magician, and the Magician is a major arcana, the figure that has all of the elements available to start building something and be successful. And we have the Page of Wands here. The pages are messengers, and they're often they stand for purity and enthusiasm, and being the Messenger of Wands, it's the fire element. It's all about inspiration and desire and action and spirit. So she's bringing a message of having this spark within and being able to act on it and move forward. And the Justice card is all about balance and justice. And we had this message here, the full moon in Libra, which was about finding balance in your life. And so I think this is really just reiterating that point, that it's important to try and find a balance so that the wheel of fortune, in a sense, the flow of your life can start to move in a positive new direction. I would like to get a couple more cards out and see if we can elaborate on that. Can you tell me, Spirit, what you meant, if there's anything else you can tell us about justice, for instance? If there is something other than just balance. Here we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so indeed it was about, I'll put that here, basically balancing things out so that we can start to move the wheel. And in fact, the 8 of Wands is all about speed and momentum. So this is a really good sign that if it is not already starting to happen in your life, after your periods of self-reflection and going within and trying to detox things that are unhealthy for you, whether they be relationships or the way you're treating your body or things you're putting in your body, or staying in unhealthy working environments and things like that, that you're getting to know yourself and understand what direction you would like to go in to move forward and to be the best version of yourself. And this indicates that, there is momentum available. So Also the theme of flow within the water element, and again we're in Pisces season, so this makes perfect sense to surrender a little bit to our vision and follow the flow. Can I get another card, please, Spirit? Wow, we're just kind of jumpy right now. Okay, I like this one. Okay, we have the King of Water. Water loves water. Surprising. The King of Water. So now you have the Queen and the King. And this is just beautiful because this is a balance of feminine and masculine, of yin and yang. And you need all of this. You need so balance is a very important theme in your life at the moment. It should be a theme all the time, of course, but we're talking about this period in particular. And let's look quickly at the fact that water in the tarot is the suit of emotions. So we can't overlook the fact that a lot of our well-being is going to depend on our emotional state and the lessons we've learned through our relationships. Let's say it could be relationships with anybody in our life, our family, our partner, our children, if we have children, ourselves. And so this is really important, that you need a baseline of a healthy emotional environment in order to move forward with this spark of inspiration and follow your momentum through with your new idea. And so this period could really be... Oh, there was also the Restful Pause card, which I don't want to overlook. So it could be that this is just all the energy that is going to be within this period. And it's really kind of a phase, like, you know, self-reflecting, relaxing, looking within, finding balance, detoxing, staying positive, with thoughts of overflow, which are creating space for our abundance, and harnessing the increasing energy and momentum. And we find that again here with the Eight of Fire. So it could be that the more we relax and allow ourselves to go within and unearth messages, you know, that could benefit our spiritual evolution and our emotional evolution, that we could just naturally attract to us ideas that we can follow through with a momentum that will be very aware to us, follow through and create success. And so it looks like it's going to be a beautiful period. Can I have, it's all very fluid, isn't it? It's, yeah, it seems gentle, but also there's fire here. So there's also that spark and that passion. So it's a really nice balance. Let me just get one last card, please, Spirit. So just one more card, please. In the tarot. Eight of Water. Okay. So again, water. And the Eight of Water is the Eight of Cups, and often this speaks to having looked at a situation in your life, or your life in general, or relationships, found that they're not necessarily in alignment with you, and trying to move on in a new direction in search of something more meaningful for you. So, I mean, I think it does absolutely support this message. So it's really just be gentle with yourself and allow yourself to relax and allow thoughts and emotions to come up and look at them and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And the Detox Your Life and the Eight of Water make a lot of sense. It could be that you're moving away. You do decide to move away from something that is unhealthy in your life. So, and again, it's probably relational because it's the cup suit. But I find that emotions are really the base of all of our life, because the healthier we are emotionally, the more we can honor our emotions, the faster we can heal, because we can move that energy out of our body and we can then be stronger and have a cleaner field around us and have more clarity. And actually, again, the lapis lazuli was all about clarity as well. So mental clarity. So I think that these are just a great message, really straightforward. Maybe I made it a little bit more complicated, going in loops. That's a very watery trait. And I actually have a Pisces moon, so that would make a lot of sense. Anyway, I hope you found that this helped in some way. It'll help you navigate through your month. And whenever you find this message will be the right time for you. It doesn't have to be this month, this Pisces season in 2026. If the reading resonated with you, please like the video and comment and share anything you feel comfortable sharing so you can help connect with other readers and help the channel, which is very new. And if you subscribe, I'd be so grateful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. So thank you so much, card choice number 1. Bye-bye. Hi, card choice number 2. You've chosen the card Between Worlds, Twilight Dream, Revelations, and Etheric Bridge. It's a beautiful card. It seems to be a woman who is entering a sort of portal, a portal of light. And she's standing in the water. Water is the element that helps us most with our intuition. And I've paired the card with the opalite stone, which promotes emotional balance and spiritual connection and enhances communication. It boosts intuition and psychic abilities, and it removes energy blockages. So it's a beautiful supportive stone for this message here of revelations and being a bridge between realms. I'd like to read from the book. This is the Dreamgate Oracle by Danielle Noel, and she also writes excellent guidebooks, so I thought I would read part of the message that comes along with this card. With this card, there is new light ahead. Here, you stand at the edge of powerful truths that call out from the great beyond. Once you cross this surface reality into the space of spirit, the world is forever changed. Your heart is wide open. Perhaps you sense new waves of wisdom shifting into the momentum of your days as you become increasingly aware that there is often more than meets the eye within your surroundings. Because of this, you are able to discern any false truths or illusions unfolding around you. You may also sense the energies of others and spaces or environments you enter. Now, more than ever, you trust the subtle nudges. Take note of the patterns, the visions, and thoughts that arise before you sleep and upon waking. What new dreams or visions call out to me from beyond? What unseen truths do I sense today? So this is a beautiful card, it seems to me, of awakening as well. And not just about the dream world while we're dreaming, but also in our waking life, about a stage of awakening where we start to become more sensitive to everything around us, and truths start to unveil themselves, and we become more supported by the universe. We start noticing synchronicities, and we start following our intuitive nudges more closely, and it's a beautiful time of heart opening as well. So, okay, I'd like to get some more cards out and see if we can elaborate on our message. Spirit, can I get a card from this healing energy deck, please? One card. See this one? Okay. One card from this deck, please. Crystal. I think this is our card. Okay. One of these. This one. Moon card. message from beyond Lemuria. Paradigm shift. Interesting. Drop something. Let's turn this over and look at this image. I can't really make out what's happening. She could be connected to the seraphim because I see wings with eyes on them and a lot of wings. This is the highest level of angels. It's just under source, God's source. And the card, actually, let me read the card right off the bat. It says air, paradigm shift. This is a time of tremendous change, and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. We can build energetic sovereignty, inspire others, connect dots, which is reminding me of an awakening, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, okay, perfect. We can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath is all about. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling. And I was mentioning that with the awakening, we have a heart opening. So that's interesting. When the foundations we build on come from a place of love over fear, we will see huge positive changes in the world, and we can start with ourselves. Beautiful. Okay, then we have life lessons again. Oh boy, life is cyclical. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Okay, so this might be a bit of a challenging time as well. Then we have Chrysocolla, start fresh. Okay. And then we have Lighthouse of Hope, find harmony and balance in all aspects of your life, honoring the sacred dance of light and dark, expansion and contraction. So you could be going through a sort of awakening or a phase of awakening right now where hidden truths are coming to the light, whether they be in your own life or in your own stories or of the collective, let's say, and we know that that is definitely happening. We're at the end of February in 2026, and there are so many truths coming out in the world that are quite terrifying. It's tragic. There's no other way to say it. But at the same time, this needs to happen because life moves in cycles, and the only way we could start to build something new or start fresh is to move through these uncomfortable periods where we kind of peel back the layers and let go of everything that is toxic and see it for what it is in order to move in a different direction, move into a new paradigm, let's say. And so it's a beautiful message of breathing through the tension. We need to constantly remind ourselves that it is very, very disturbing and challenging to, have all of these secrets coming to the surface, things that we could never have imagined would even exist on this earth. But we need to breathe through it. We can't just close our eyes and pretend it's not real. We do need to feel it so that we can release it from our body. And one of the best ways to do that is to catalyze that is to breathe. One of the practices that I often do is if I'm finding myself getting overwhelmed or starting to get a little bit anxious, I'll try to take 3 deep breaths. I'll breathe in a deep breath for the count of 6. I will hold it for a few seconds, and then I'll exhale for even longer and relax for a moment. And I'll do that 3 times. I'll move through that 3 times. And no fail, every time it calms me down to a certain degree. And that's beautiful. what our body is capable of doing. I also want to get 2 of these messages from the Ocean Dreams Oracle, also by Daniel Noel. And these I got all of these on my own accord. These are not gifts for me. I'm not marketing anything. I just happen to love her decks, and she's also an excellent writer. And anyway, so I just wanted to include a couple of these pocket edition Ocean Dreams messages. Okay, so we have Restful Pause, and the card choice number 1 got the same card, and Convergence. Okay, so Restful Pause is really quite self-explanatory, and I was just mentioning that it's a really important way to try and work through the tension that arises within us. Let's read for a moment about Convergence and see what she has to say. The meeting of 2 waters, nexus point. The age of Pisces meets the age of Aquarius. Okay, so that's interesting because we are just starting Pisces season now, basically in these days. Well, when I'm doing this reading, and so that's fascinating. So on point. Okay, it says, I learn from the past to build a brighter future. I am one, I am all. And then it says, convergence marks a turning point, the merging of ages, as the waters of Pisces yield to the winds of Aquarius. Well, we're coming from the Piscean age and we're moving into the Aquarian age, so that makes sense. I mean, this is a completely new era, a new way of thinking, moving from an age of a little bit of hidden secrets and emotionality and a little bit of fogginess, let's say, at times, into a period where we're going to be coming together as a collective and working on new issues, working on new ways to build a new earth that is going to be more supportive to humankind and less controlling and manipulative. So it's a really exciting time right now. You are being called to stand at this edge as both witness and weaver. Begin by tending to the residue of old beliefs, those shaped by separation, sacrifice, or even silence. With presence, allow them to soften, to dissolve. This is how the new revolution of time begins. And here it says paradigm shift. So this is exactly what's happening. We are really at this critical moment, and everything is changing. So we're feeling a lot, but we know, we're having new awakenings all the time, awakening to new information and new intuitive messages. And we know it's time to rebuild, to build something new. So let's see what the tarot wants to communicate with us. Okay. I have 4 cards, please. I'm seeing this card, this card, this card, and let's go with this one here. Okay. By the way, all of the decks are listed in the description box below, in case you're curious. Okay, we have the 2 of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords. I'm finding that the Knights are showing up in all the readings lately. Readings that I'm doing, readings that I'm seeing other readers do. And the energy right now is so full of ambition and inspiration that we have all the knights coming out. They're the direct, ambitious, unafraid energy in the court suits. So I'm not surprised by this at all. It has usually been the Knight of Wands lately, in all honesty, but the Knight of Swords is equally determined. So let's start with the 2 of Swords. So you're probably at a moment of indecision. You're probably thinking, how do I move forward? I don't know which way to move forward. And that's quite all right. As the figure is usually blindfolded in the depictions in the tarot, it's really speaking to trusting your intuition and trying to go within and calm your mind down, maybe breathe through your tension, and allow messages to appear. So allow thoughts to enter your mind that might have some clarity for you, but in a relaxed state, in a receptive state, not in a state of forcing. So then we have the Seven of Cups. So you might already have several ideas, but you're unclear on which to choose. So these are quite related. The Hermit is, again, this is a major arcana energy, and it's a beautiful energy, and it speaks to seeking peace and going on your internal journey alone. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from the situations around you. And through this more peaceful atmosphere, you're able to introspect much easier and gain perspective about what it is you feel about things and what it is you want, and taking less into consideration all the people around you and all the responsibilities you feel, and all the chaos and commotion of the collective. And so, yeah, it's very self-explanatory. And great. Okay, I'd like to get a couple more cards out, because so we know that you have some ideas. We know that you want to make some changes in your life. We know that we're in a moment of a paradigm shift, an enormous paradigm shift into the Aquarian age. Regardless of the fact that right now we're in Pisces season, that's only for a month. So, we're making this gigantic shift into the Aquarian age, where we're going to try to build a new earth. We're going to try and change all the systems. We're going to try and change politics and to make it a system that's much more honest and transparent and supportive of the people. And we're going to try and live in new ways and respect the environment more. And we're going to try and trust our intuition and the universe more, and have more of a relationship with the unseen, to move forward with new tools. And so I got a little lost for a moment. The water element. And so anyway, you might have some ideas, but you're unsure of how to move forward. So you do have the determination, but you do need to probably come up with a decision or decisions about certain things in your life. So Tarot, can I please have 2 more cards? See if we can get a little more clarity. I see this one and this one. Strength and the Devil. Okay, it is a tough time. It's a tough time, and you're really feeling it. That's what the cards are telling me. And I was drawn back to this card again, the life lessons again. And I noticed also that it's a number 18, and the 18th card in the tarot is the moon. So again, stuff is coming to the surface. The hidden truths are coming to the surface, and this is probably also in your life, because this reading is a general reading, but we're trying to get a message from water about your life in this period. So basically, you're going through it. You might possibly be having some issues, some attachment issues. The Devil card speaks often to unhealthy attachments, and it could be to anything. It could be to people around you that aren't supporting you, that are using you for their benefit and not for yours, and that you need to free yourself from these relationships or relationship. It could be that with all this overwhelm and tension around you, you're starting to have some addictive behaviors in order to calm yourself a little bit. I mean, that could really look like anything at all. That could look like watching too much TV or scrolling too much on Instagram, or possibly eating too many sweets, or letting your physical well-being kind of fall by the wayside, sleeping too much. I mean, it could be a variety of things, but whatever it is, it's something that needs to be dealt with, because you use it as a coping mechanism probably, but really the only way to move forward is to look at a situation and feel it and try and let it go only after you've seen it, instead of trying to distract yourself. So I don't know if you have any addictive behaviors at the moment, but that's what this card is speaking to, or relationships. And the Strength card is really about precisely that, being strong. She's in the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. It's the woman has tamed a ferocious lion. She's holding its mouth open. And really this card, and here she's just leaning on a lion. It's like the playful and totally trusting. And it speaks to inner strength, basically, and moral strength as well, not just physical or emotional, but also moral. And so to try and, you have this energy to summon your strength to get through this very difficult time. Try and start something new. Try and have a fresh, new outlook on life and move into this new paradigm, moving away from the 3D world and into the 5D world. Tarot, can I have another card, please? Just to see if we can get any other messages. Okay, the Knight of Cups, another knight. This is just the time for the knights. The Knight of Cups speaks to love. Basically, the knight sees something that someone, usually, that it wants, and will do anything in order to woo this person into their life. And sometimes makes a mess of it, because the knights they're very ambitious, but they're still a young energy, so they haven't quite mastered their skills yet, let's say, like the queens and the kings have. But they have honorable intentions, usually, and a lot of strength and willpower. So I'm noticing again the Seven of Cups, and trying to think if this is more a relational reading, or if it's about a life, like the material realm. I feel like it could possibly be, because we don't have any pentacles here, so we don't really have the material element that's speaking to us right now. I think that you are a very sensitive soul, and that you're finding it difficult to have hope for a new future, or even to possibly visualize it. And so really it's a time of feeling what you need to feel, looking at what you need to look at, resting, breathing, finding harmony and balance, and giving yourself time. And with that, you already do have ideas in your head about things you would like to do, or ways you want to move forward in your life, or with whom, or where possibly you want to move somewhere or something. I mean, there's a variety of things that you could be thinking about in your life at the moment, but to let them come with time and to go within. Just try and stay as calm as possible. And I think that it will get easier and easier as it goes along. You definitely have the strength to get through this period. It might feel totally overwhelming, and I understand, because at times I feel that way as well. But we need to trust ourselves. We just simply need to give ourselves space and trust ourselves. And try to stay away from any behavior or patterns that we might fall into, because we're trying to distract ourselves or cope in some way. So I think that that's the message today. And it is beautiful, however, to awaken and to go through these surges of awakening. It's exhausting, but it's beautiful, because, I mean, you think to yourself, how did I possibly live without knowing that about the universe, and without knowing that I have all this support on the other side of the veil, and without understanding that my soul is is a part of Source, Creator. I mean, it's, how do people go through their life without knowing that? So it is a beautiful time, and more people are waking up, and this is just amazing. It's so beautiful, and it's going to be so beautiful to come together, to find each other, to find our soul family, and to find common interests and projects, and start something new, and move into this new level of consciousness. And it's beautiful. So anyway, I hope that this reading helped you in some way, and that if it did, or if it resonated with you, can you please like the video? I'd be so grateful, and comment below, share anything you feel guided to share. It'll help the other readers, and it'll definitely help the channel, which is new, and I would be so grateful. Also subscribe if you'd love to see more of my readings, and thank you so much for being here, and best of luck with your this amazing period that we're entering, and I'll see you next time. Bye, card choice number 2. Hi, card choice number 3. You've chosen the card Hold the Light. And it also says Lemuria, Ancient Memories, Sensitive Gifts, and I Remember. It's a beautiful card. There's a figure there, surrounded by all this amazing water. It's so beautiful. I'd like to actually read about this card. This deck is the Dreamgate Oracle by Danielle Noel, and I love her guidebooks. They're so full of beautiful messages. So let's see if there's something in particular here. Okay. No. Okay. Hold the light. I am ready to surrender to new wisdom. I am returning. There is a possibility of a dream that was once a reality. Lemuria, also known as Mu, was said to be an ancient paradise that existed millions of years ago and was home to a group of highly advanced beings. This was a world of harmony and bliss that communicated through a sentient language of love with all life, translated through the highest octaves of source energy. To some, it has been described as beautiful, the Garden of Eden, or a golden age of high vibrational living. You are now being called to step into the gentle magic of Lemuria, to hear and feel its timeless wisdom and primordial love. Walk yourself home to this ancient place. It is a powerful access point that reminds us there is always another way forward, if only we choose to believe. As you turn your gaze inward and connect to this portal, allow its waterways to cleanse all that needs to be transmuted and released. Feel your heart soften as you luxuriate in this rainbow light, and let your senses expand beyond this physical realm. Any lingering mental clutter is now being washed away. Trust that there is more to be revealed once you step out into your own world. You are at the brink of new revelations in your life as you return to a vibration of higher awareness and spiritual integrity. That's beautiful. And I would venture to say that if you were attracted to this card, you quite probably had lifetimes, or a lifetime in Lemuria during the Lemurian age. So that's so lovely. I paired this card with the clear quartz, and the quartz enhances clarity, healing, and alignment. It's versatile by supporting any intention brought to it, and it serves as protection as well from emotional drain caused by negative energies or toxic environments. So similar to water. Water is probably the best purifier, in the sense that it does so much for us. I mean, our body is made up of such a high percentage of water, and the moment we are near water even, things start to change. And it also helps us connect with our inner wisdom. It's really a conduit for messages. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's really interesting. Let's get some more oracle cards out and see how we can elaborate on our message today. Spirit, can I get a card from this oracle, please. This Healing Spirits Oracle. They're jumpy today. Okay, I see this one. Can you get one from this deck, please? Okay, get this one. One from this deck. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take this one because it just wanted me to take it. Moon deck, a moon card, please. As the moon and water are so closely related. They're both feminine energy, and the water is affected so deeply by the moon and its cycles. So I thought that that would be a nice combination. And these are cards from Lemuria. It's called Beyond Lemuria. By the way, all the decks are listed in the description box below. So if you're interested in anything, you always can find it there. Okay. Let's start with these and then see. Okay, send out help to others. Okay. And I see all this green here, and it's reminding me of the heart chakra. So love, send love out to others. Wow, more green. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. Well, that's interesting. I think it might be talking about the past in this lifetime. Okay, smoky quartz, let it go. Okay, so we're definitely getting a message here that you're holding on to something that might be interfering with your ability to feel peaceful and in alignment. Let's read this card. Okay, this is the image. It's very cute. 2 dolphins. Reminds me of the 2 of Cups. More love. Alignment. You can manifest the life you wish to call in. Look at where your desires are being seeded. If your plans or dreams aren't unfolding as you would like, take a closer look at other areas in your life. Possibly something else is holding you back. Is something out of step with integrity? Are you making decisions through fear or love? If it is through fear or avoidance, your manifestations may seem to backfire. To encourage you back into balance. Become a vibrational match for what you desire. Instead of striving harder, cultivate the feeling of already having all you seek. You will be surprised at what this shift in perspective creates. Okay, beautiful. Then we have, that was my dog barking. Mermaid's dream. Release the need for control and surrender to the flow of life, trusting that the universe has a plan for greater than your own. Okay, I'd also like to get 2 of these Ocean Dreams Oracle cards out. This is another deck by Danielle Noel, and this is just a coincidence. I'm not doing any marketing or anything like that. I just love these decks, and they go so wonderfully with the theme of water too. We've just entered Pisces season, and they're so in alignment with the water element. So. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got Temple of Light, immediately, and Temple of Dreams. Immediately, I'm thinking of Lemuria again. So I'm wondering why it is that we're getting these other 2 cards about leave the past behind and let it go. Because I really feel like this energy, this Lemurian energy, and any memories you might actually have from these lifetimes, if you have lived there, I feel like they can help you in this moment where so much is changing in our life, and we're moving into a new paradigm and to the new era and learning new ways to live. I mean, it's very helpful to look back at the deep past, let's say, which it might be confusing because technically everything's happening all at once. But the way our linear mind perceives things, it would be a lifetime that came before this one. Anyway, let's get into, I want to just read a couple lines for each of these cards because the guidebooks are always so helpful. Okay, Temple of Light, light code activation, new downloads, soul as sacred conduit, truth. I am open to receiving cosmic wisdom. I am becoming more in tune with my spirit each day. I am continuously unlocking new tools of abundance in my life. Okay, well that's beautiful because it's speaking to manifestation and abundance as well. And this card was explaining that to us. So yeah, that's really interesting. How can I integrate more practices to support my awakening? Okay, and then Temple of Dreams. Temptations, options, opportunities, illusion. All that glitters is not gold. I seek the gifts that most align. I reclaim balance through my choices, and I devote my heart to my highest good. Okay, wonderful. More messages of heart energy and how important the heart is and love is to our manifestation and to our well-being and our vibration. And the higher our vibration, the easier it is to attract abundance into our life. So that makes perfect sense. I'd like to get some messages from the tarot. 4 cards, please, from the tarot spirit. Thank you. Wow, 3 just flew out. And now I'm stuck. Okay, and here's a 4th one. Okay, so. Okay, what do we have here? 9 of Cups. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, lovely so far. 8 of Cups. Okay, that's the letting go. And Page of Pentacles, another page. The page energy is so important lately. In so many of my readings, pages are coming out. In every reading. It's been a few weeks now, and there's always page energy. And the pages are the messengers, and they're young and pure, and they may be inexperienced, but they're very enthusiastic, and they're ready to embrace challenges and embark on new adventures. So I'm finding that this is really important to everybody's life at the moment, considering what we're all going through with all of these crazy things coming out in the media and this terrifying information, things that we could never even fathom are coming out, and like, what do we do with that information? It's devastating, and our hearts go out to everyone who's been affected, and we lose faith in humanity, and it's a very challenging time right now. But it kind of has to happen because when all of this comes out, we all have more of a chance of awakening to a new way of living, and we need to build that way. So we need to understand, and we need to feel compelled to do so. Okay, so your cards are really positive. The 9 of Cups speaks to emotional fulfillment. People often consider it the wish card, that everything came true that you wished for. So that whether you're starting to feel this already or it's coming up soon for you, there's hope on the horizon that you're going to be feeling very fulfilled. The 8 of Cups indicates that you had to leave something behind. And I'm looking back at these cards here, and I'm realizing that you probably recently did or are doing so in the moment, having to leave something behind, whether it be a relationship, which it probably was because we're talking about the cup suit, which is the emotional suit in the tarot, but it could be anything really. It could just be a way of thinking, or it could be emotions in general, like emotions of fear, negative emotions, whatever it may be. You're leaving it behind. You've made a decision to leave it behind and move into a time where you're going to find fulfillment and happiness and peace. And and the 10 of Pentacles is very similar to the Nine of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is the most abundance that you could imagine at the moment is on the horizon. If you keep moving forward in the way you are now, it is very likely that you're going to come into a period of a lot of abundance and a feeling of safety. And I know this is really important. It is to me too. When we're going through all of these changes and we're having new awakenings all the time, and so things seem to be kind of crumbling all around us. Sometimes we feel unsafe, and so to know that on the horizon there's going to be this period where you've finally reached basically the pinnacle of your success in life, and or at least a period of peace and stability. It makes you feel better. It's definitely helpful to know that. And this is the Pentacle suit is the Earth suit, and it's the material suit. It has to do with everything material. So it often speaks to material wealth as well. And it could be that maybe you are gaining an inheritance, or you've made a lucrative business transaction, or whatever it may be. Maybe you're selling your home. And you're walking away with a nice nest egg to build your future life. Whatever it may be, it's going to be a positive situation. And going back to the page, we were just talking about a message of inspiration and enthusiasm to get started with this new, to move us forward, let's say. Spirit, can I have a couple more cards, please? And this message is that we're in Pisces season. And what does that mean? It means that, Pisces is a water sign. And so it's all about going with the flow and feeling and working through layers of our consciousness that we didn't necessarily ever give time or space to in the past. As I said earlier, it magnifies the ability to discern and intuit and gain knowledge and messages from the other side. Even just taking a shower can help you as well. Not only does it help to wash away negative energies, it also it's a conduit. It's often people talk about getting messages or inspirations when they're in the shower. So even that is a technique. Okay, let's see here. I'd like to move on and see if we can learn anything else about your current situation, because the message is about what does water want to communicate to you about your life in this period. And we're talking about this few weeks during Pisces season. And by the way, it could be any time. It doesn't have to be during Pisces season. This is a timeless reading. It's just that it so happened that I was inspired by Pisces and the water element. And so that's why I'm doing the reading at this moment. Okay. We have the Page of Swords, so another page. And we have the Sun. Okay, wonderful. So the page, another page, the Swords is usually... It's the intellectual suit, so it could be a direct download. It seems like she's getting an inspiration from a star above her. So more information that can support us. And the Sun. The outcome is the Sun. And the Sun is the ultimate card of happiness and abundance, along with the Ten of Pentacles, by the way, in the tarot deck. So I feel very confident in saying you're moving into better days. And so that's wonderful. I was just immediately drawn to the send out help to others. I think that if you are indeed, which it will happen, moving into better days, and you have worked through all of this energy, you've looked at things below the surface, you've faced your fears, you've tried to understand yourself. possibly getting inspiration from the way of life in Lemurian times, for example, where they were more connected with their heart energy and they were closer to source in the sense that there was less of a filter between source and their beings. And you are in alignment because you are becoming a vibrational match to what you desire, then send help out to others makes perfect sense. Show them the way. You're a way shower, basically, is what this is saying. Show them the way by being an inspiration yourself. You don't even need to actively try. Just follow through. Trust yourself and follow through and do what you think needs to be done. Leave behind all the toxicity. Try and blaze a new path and take care of yourself. And release the need for control and surrender to the flow of life and surrender to the flow. The water is all about flow. And you'll just automatically be an inspiration for others. So that's beautiful. And you can also actively send out love energy to others as well. I do this a lot in meditation. If I think about the people around me or general groups or places or situations that are happening in the world, and I literally visualize sending love to these things. And I believe that that this helps in some way, because whenever we can put positivity into the world, true positivity that really comes from the heart and isn't just a bypassing technique of pretending like everything's good, and that's not really the case, but true love, like trying to really summon and feel that true love deep within and sending it out into the world, I think that that's going to create a ripple effect, and I think we are helping when we do that. So it's a nice practice. And during this, from now on, the veil is getting thinner and thinner as we raise our consciousness on the planet, as more and more of us are, moving into higher vibrations and aligning with manifestations and changing our lives for the better and trying to take responsibility for the planet and try and help others and work together. I feel like we can also gain more insight into possibly our other lives, and we could start having memories surface. Maybe they surface in our dream time, and maybe tiny glimpses surface, in our waking hours. But, it could happen. I know we should be open to that because it's helpful and it's also beautiful and it helps us understand ourselves better. So that's really lovely. I really want to leave this reading here because it's a beautiful, positive reading, and not that the other two readings weren't positive, and we're all going to make it through. We are all going to be just fine as long as we're trying to follow our intuition and be a good version of ourselves. So I have true faith that we all will. But this reading was particularly positive and delightful, and I just want you to know that it looks really wonderful, and so that's wonderful. So good luck with everything, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if it resonated with you, please like the video and comment below if you feel like sharing anything. That would be wonderful for other readers of the comments, but also for the channel because it's a new channel. And if you subscribe, I would be so grateful so you can see some more readings of mine. And best of luck with everything, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thanks so much for being here. By card choice number 3.